What's up guys, it's TheCasualAussie back again for another Digimon TCG deck profile on the channel. Today I have my green HerculesKabuterimon deck profile for you guys, and yeah, this deck is one of my favorites for the BT4 format. I've played it the last couple of weeks at the tournament, and it's actually gone pretty well. I've learned a lot about the deck via playing this, and yeah, well, this build is the more newest, more experimental build. I decided to go ahead and deck profile it anyway, just because I do want to share it with you guys, and then hopefully get your feedback on what I do to update this deck and make it better in the future. But anyway, let's just jump right into it because we have a bit to talk about. Starting off, I play an interesting ratio of Digi-Eggs. I play 3 copies of the Agumon, and then 2 copies of the Tanamon. So with Agumon, your turn when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, gain a memory. So during testing, during the original builds, I was playing with one Agumon for Minamon, I think it is. Yeah, Minamon, it's the one from 1.5. Yeah, that's the one. Because Motimon is is basically baby Tentamon. So yeah, so I was originally playing Minamon, and then this I never actually resolved Agumon with that deck, with that particular build up, because well, it just never came up, and even the times when I had Agumon under something, it just never came up because I, for some reason, never had that card suspended. It doesn't come up as often as I like. Maybe Minamon's better for this particular HerculesKabuterimon, but I am experimenting as well, so I figure, hey, why not try a different ratio? So I decided on 2 Tanamon, because if you Digivolve this turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for the turn. It's sort of like Minamon, but a little better if you Digivolve. Green Digivolves constantly, so it is not too hard to Digivolve in this deck, and green is a very cheap deck when it comes to Digivolving at that. So figured, why not try this ratio? Otherwise I would probably go there's so many different ratios you could go with the green eggs. It is mind-boggling how many different ways you can use the green eggs. But anyway, moving on to the rookies, I'm starting off with 4 copies of Agumon, 4 copies of Lalamon, 4 copies of Tentamon, and then finally we have 2 copies of the Goblimon. So this Agumon is from the original BT1. It's basically the red Agumon, but in green form. On your turn, inheritable, you gain plus 1000 DP. It's just a really nice card, and green HerculesKabuterimon is a piercing deck, so being able to get DP to beat over your opponent's Digimon is quite nice. There are a few other level 4s I've thought about playing just to try around. I don't have any of the promo Palmon, so I can't use that. I thought about playing the regular Palmon, but I still like this one. I still like Agumon better, mostly because Agumon is just that free 1000. Meanwhile, Palmon, I think, is your opponent has to have a suspended Digimon for you to gain power. So that's why I decided to go with that. With Lalamon, when this card is trash due to activating a Digiburst, you get to add this card to your hand. HerculesKabuterimon, Nidhoggmon, let's see, what else HerculesKabuterimon and Nidhoggmon are both Digiburst Digimon, so I figure, hey, there is absolutely no harm in using Lalamon at all. So that's why I have it here. Can't complain about Lalamon just being able to recycle it back to get an extra rookie when you need it, especially when you need it, is quite nice. Then with Tentamon, on play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green Digimon, add it to your hand, otherwise place it at the bottom of the deck. It's a non-permanent Izzy. That's the best way to describe it. 3 to hard play. It ain't bad at all. It's for hand advantage. It is not bad at all. It doesn't hurt to actually evolve into something with this guy if it's your only rookie. It really does not. It does not hurt to evolve onto a Digi-Egg at all. And then Goblimon, just because it's a 2 of hard drop, and sometimes locking your opponent into 1 memory is quite 1 or 2 memory is quite nice. Honestly, locking your opponent's memory down is amazing when you can do it, and Goblinmon is amazing for that. Anyway, moving on to the champions, I play 4 of the blocker Kabuterimon from the starter deck, 4 of the Kabuterimon from Booster Set 1, and then finally 4 copies of Vegemon. So Kabuterimon for the blocker, it's a 1 cost to evolve into, unlike Woodmon. I do like it. It is a bit weaker than Woodmon, unfortunately, and it is a bit higher cost to just a hard play. But that's fine. It's pick what you want here. I do like Kabuterimon. I have thought about like at least testing out the Woodmon, but for now I like this Kabuterimon just enough. It does its job when you need it. And you do play Cherrymon in the deck, so you do have a level 5 blocker as well, so it's not too bad if your opponent can get over it. This Kabuterimon, I went back and forth on this and Gargomon for at least a couple of days. Mostly because Gargomon is a bit weaker on the DP side, and it is 1 more cost of hard play. But I like Kabuterimon because this Digimon, as I said, it's like Gargomon. This Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for every suspended Digimon your opponent has. It's basically Gargomon, but with higher cost of hard play and higher DP. I like this over Gargomon because not sure, I haven't ran into it personally, but I have seen sometimes, like especially in red decks, even though they're probably not as much of a thing BT4 days. Volcanodramon is still a thing I want to play around, mostly because, well, it's Volcanodramon. I don't want to lose my yeah, I don't want to lose Gargomon at all. And losing level 4 is quite nasty. Especially since Green can turbo up to its higher levels pretty easily. Yes. And then finally we have Vegemon's, sort of the same reasoning for Vegemon over for Kabuterimon as I played Vegemon over Roachmon. Whilst Roachmon is 3 to hard play and 1 to evolve into, it is 3000 DP weaker, and yeah, at least with the Vegemon, if I start on 3, I can hard play this memory, lock my opponent to 1 memory, so it's not a big deal at the end of the day, and it's 1 cost to evolve into. It's just a lot better in my opinion than Roachmon, because yeah, there have been times where Roachmon, I just don't like Roachmon, if I'm being honest. I like Vegemon more. Mostly because of the DP gain. Anyway, moving on to the ultimates, I play 3 copies of Blossomon, 2 copies of Cherrymon, 2 copies of the Mega Kabuterimon from the starter deck, and then finally 1 copy of the level 5 Agumon. So with Blossomon, it is Digisorption, so suspend 1 of your Digimon, reduce the Digievolution cost by 3. And actually Agumon does that as well, but we'll get to Agumon in a second. That's all it really is here. It's just a free Digievolution. Cherrymon has a level 5 blocker, but it is 7000, and it can attack for free if you really need to. So it's not a bad card at all. I loved having 2 Cherrymon in this deck. I almost took out Agumon, or maybe I completely missed this. We play 1 copy of Metal Tyrannomon as well. So yeah, I almost took out this Metal Tyrannomon for either a Lilymon or a what is it? Lilymon or a or another Cherrymon. That's what I was trying to say. Because I honestly like them more. I just want to test Metal Tyrannomon, see how often it comes up, see if it actually matters. Then with Mega Kabuterimon, once per turn, during your turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. The amazing thing about Mega Kabuterimon, you swing with some Mega Kabuterimon into something, it gets deleted, then the effects happen. So you can trash. So basically you can trash this before you do the piercing security check. Trash the top of your opponent's security stack before you do the piercing check. It is absolutely insane. Getting rid of that extra security pretty early on can actually guarantee you to win games, especially since like Kabuterimon removes an security for free. It is nice. I love Mega Kabuterimon. I really do. Only 2 though, because it is 3 to evolve into, and it is not free to evolve into like Blossomon, so I do love having it in the deck just at 3. Anyway, with Agumon, it is Digisorption 3, just like Blossomon, so suspend when your Digimon evolve into it for 0. And then with Agumon as well, when attacking you may play one level 3 green Digimon from your hand suspended without paying its memory cost. That's fine. That is completely fine. You getting an extra body on board is quite nice. That's really all it's here for. Unfortunately it has to come out suspended, so you can't do stuff like hidden potential discovered with it. Unfortunately you can't do hidden potential discovered, but that's fine. It's fine. It's an extra body on board. No one's going to complain about an extra body. And then with Metal Tyrannomon, when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon, level 6 or higher Digimon and battle survives, unsuspend this Digimon. It's just a way to get an extra attack, really. That's really all it's there for. As I said, I'm testing Metal Tyrannomon, so it's a bit up in the air if I actually like this card or not at the moment. As I said, I like the BT1 Lily, like the set 1 Lilymon, and then who else was it? Yeah, it was set 1 Lilymon or a third Cherrymon, that's right. But yeah, those are probably my picks there if you don't want to play Tyrannomon. Metal Tyrannomon, sorry. Anyway, moving on to the Megas. I play 4 copies of HerculesKabuterimon, 2 copies of the Nidhoggmon, and then finally 1 copy of Banjo Stingmon. So HerculesKabuterimon, it has piercing, as I've said earlier in the video, but it also has a Digiburst 2 effect to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can suspend something with this attack over it and you're golden. You get a security check because of piercing. If you've got Mega Kabuterimon under it, you get to trash a free security beforehand. Kabuterimon, Agumon, they all give your HerculesKabuterimon more than enough DP to beat over your opponent's Digimon. And that's what's great about him, because he is 12k on his own, but he can easily go up to 13, 14, sometimes 15 if the stack's right and your opponent has enough suspended Digimon. It's great. It is really great. The numbers this guy can get up to are amazing. And then with Nidhoggmon, when Digivolving, Digiburst force suspend all your opponent's Digimon with 5k or less. Then place all your opponent's unsuspended Digimon at the bottom of the deck in and you want to trash anything under them. That Nidhoggmon is absolutely insane. It is 5 cost to evolve into, but you can do that for free with hidden potential discovered, which I have pulled off a couple of times and my opponent hates it. Like, a free Nidhoggmon is absolutely devastating to the opponent. It is absolutely insane. Just 2 of it because I only own 2 copies of the card, and that is fine because I don't think I would want to play anymore in this particular build, because it really is there just as a supporter to HerculesKabuterimon. Supporting board wipes are always amazing, and honestly, if you can get them, why not play them? And with Banjo Stingmon, this is another card I am testing out, if I'm being honest. It is piercing, and then when attacking, if your opponent has a Digimon, if this card attacks an opponent's Digimon with 12,000 or more DP, this Digimon gets plus 7,000 and security attack plus 2 for the turn. That is, like, do I even have to say how crazy that is? Like, this thing beats over your opponent's Megas, gets security attack plus 2 and 7,000 DP, taking it up to 16,000 on its own. Like, do I even have to say how broken that is? But anyway, I'm just testing it at 1 because whilst that effect is amazing, you do have to attack over your opponent's Digimon with 12,000, which is basically their Megas onwards. So it doesn't come up much, and as I honestly like this a bit better than the Mega Gargomon, if I'm being honest. Because Mega Gargomon is 10 or 11k, I believe. I think it's 10. No, it might be 11. It might be 11. But yeah, Banjo Stingmon's just the better one of, in my opinion, and I will not change it for anybody. Because I'm happy with this card. I really am happy with this card, even just on the effect. Like, it's all automatically better for me. Anyway, moving on to level 7s, I only play 2, and that is 2 copies of the Chaosmon. So with Chaosmon, it has piercing, but the amazing thing about this card is when Digivolve, unsuspend this Digimon, then it can attack your opponent's Digimon. This effect allows you to attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So you can, if your opponent didn't attack with anything, you attack with Hercules over something with Hercules. Hercules is suspended. Play this down. This unsuspends, and before your turn ends, it can still attack your opponent's Digimon, unsuspended Digimon at that. So you've left something up in fear of it getting suspended by something like HerculesKabuterimon, or because they know you can't get over with HerculesKabuterimon, there is a good chance you can get over with Chaosmon, and that is fine. You'll love it, your opponent will not. Anyway, moving on to the option cards, I play 2 copies of Needle Spray and then 1 copy of the Hidden Potential Discovered. Needle Spray, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then its security effect is activate this card, then add this card to your hand. So yeah, flip it over in security, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. You get this to use on your next turn if you want. And then with Hidden Potential Discovered, 0 cost hard play, but the next time one of your green Digimon Digivolves, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of that Digievolution by 5. Do you know how crazy that is? That's a free Nidhoggmon. And it's when one of your green Digimon Digivolves. When one of your green Digimon Digivolve, you don't have to Digivolve into a green Digimon. Potentially, you could get evolve into Chaosmon for one memory. Like that's crazy. That can seriously screw over your opponent's day right there. It really can. But it's mostly here to make Nidhoggmon and HerculesKabuterimon all that more cheaper. And when it's flipped over security, you get it to your hand, so it is not going to the trash at all. I've played this card. I can see why it's at 1, and I completely agree. Green would be even more obnoxious if that plus Agumon weren't at 1. Anyway, the final card in the deck I play is 3 Tamers, and that is 3 copies of Mimi Tachikawa. So I was originally playing 2 Mimi, 1 Yoshiro, but Yoshiro was in my hand all the time, and I wasn't really using it at all. She just did nothing for the deck, while she can put back Digimon from the trash into the Digiegg deck on play. It just didn't come up much. I'd rather have the extra Mimi, because whilst Mimi is a memory tamer and the memory effect does not stack at all, having a level 5 higher Digimon and being able to move stuff out of your raising area is great, and just being able to hatch more stuff is great. So I wanted an extra Mimi in there. I honestly didn't know what else to play, because this deck is honestly pretty solid on its own already. I did not have anything else to play, so I figured, hey, 3rd Mimi, it can't hurt. You do want to get up on memory as soon as possible, and having that 3rd memory tamer to help you do so is fine. With Agumon, it can potentially go up to like 4 or 5 memory, depending on how many Agumons you actually have out that get unsuspended. But hey, why not? Why not have all the memory you can get? And 3 Mimi and this board swarming capabilities is quite nice. But anyway, I think that is going to bring us to the end of the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And feel free to let me know in the comment section below what decks you want to see on the channel in the future. We are getting pretty close to BT5 now, Battle over Omega. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy for a while. BT5 Battle over Omega is so close to being here. Looking forward to that Diboramon support. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description for more updates and uploads. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here for now. So until next time, stay frosty.